Libra.
Hello, Libra. Welcome to your morning inspo. If you are new here, I'm Aji, and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do have some downloads for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what does not. The overall message that's coming out is impatience. It's the feeling of things not happening at the right time, experiencing delays, feeling like you're placed in the wrong place, like not at the right place or in the right position. But know that everything is divine. Timing is divine. Delays, even the delays are beneficial. And you're in the right place at the right time. Relax and enjoy yourself as you wait. And I like that the Knight of Pentacles came up here because it signifies that you are in a waiting place. It signifies that you are in a place of delay, something taking longer than normal. So what could you do in the meantime? There's a lot of things you can do in the meantime. And this just made me think about Ayanna Van Zant's book, In the Meantime. For some of you guys, that could be a symbol for you. I know she's a great author. She's great in healing, getting yourself back up there. So some of you guys could definitely be dabbling into her work. And in the meantime, it's one of her older books, but it's a really, really good book of what to do in the meantime while we wait. The self download that was coming out was relationships, and this was about a relationship with yourself that can possibly boost your relationships, but not thinking of it as I'm strengthening the relationship with myself to boost my relationships, but just I'm strengthening the relationship with myself because to boost the connection between me and me. It's this energy of allowing God into your relationships. Just like a married couple would go to a couples counselor and they're allowing God, they need some type of faith, they need a higher authority to kind of navigate their relationships. We never talk about that higher authority navigating our relationship with ourselves because that is indeed the blueprint of where all relationships stem from. So if you don't have a high presence of God within a relationship with yourself, then you wouldn't have a high presence of God within a relationship with anyone else, because this is the blueprint. Everything is mirroring you. Everything is reflecting on the relationship with yourself. So this is just this energy of you giving up control. You giving up control, you giving up the hold. And this message could be from a person who could be going through hurt, who could be going through a broken heart, sorrow, grief, sadness, and not trying to control it or hold it, but fully releasing it. And this is you allowing that other. So the moment that you see yourself, when you see yourself as one, just singular, you won't see yourself as, relationship, because relationship actually has to do with two or more people. It's two people. So if you see yourself as just solid, like it's nothing else there, you don't have an inner child, you don't have a divine feminine, you don't have a divine masculine, you don't have a higher self, you don't have a Christ consciousness or a God, like God within type of energy, you would not see the need of having a type of relationship, like different relationships. You would think like, just is. But I feel like since you're here, you're spiritual, and there are relationships with you. I feel like there's a need for you to get deeper with yourself. And then there's also relationships with that you just need to allow spirit in. It's a spiritual journey. So I'm getting like the relationship with self is a spiritual journey. And the spiritual journey is the relationship with self. I feel like it's one and the same energy. The love download that was coming up was confidence. Confidence within your love relationships. Being filled with love and courage you never had within your relationships, not bravado or ego. Losing the ego in your intimate relationships, having the courage to bear your pure heart story. What is your heart story? And do you have the courage to actually share that? That's actually where the word courage actually comes from. Being able to share your heart story. Not the bravado with the muscles that we see in today, but the actual word comes from being able to share your heart story. So that is what's happening within relationships. For some of you guys, you are seeking for something in the relationships. You're seeking for a connection. You're seeking to be confident within your relationships, but you're not, the ego or bravado could definitely be in the way of you actually sharing your heart story. The harder or the tougher it is for you to share your life story with the person, or your heart story with the person, and not even your life story. That was just a mistake. Your heart story. This is true authenticity. Who are you at your core? Being able to feel like you can show that to the world, and not just in a relationship with your lover, but in a relationship with your family, in a relationship with your friends. Being able that you can show who you are. It brings a sense of belonging. When you feel like you have to hide or put a mask on, it brings a sense of not belonging. And if you already have that energy where you feel like star seedy, or you feel extra spiritual or witchy or whatever, you also have this energy of feeling like people just don't get you, and then add on the mask, and then that adds on the loneliness, or that adds on the seclusion. So I feel like this is like, who are you at your core, and being able to share that. And I feel like the love and the relationship that you're actually seeking is the relationship with you, the relationship that you build up with yourself, that you tell yourself that your story is okay, not waiting for another person to say, hey, it's okay for you to share your heart story with me. But there's a need for you to build up the courage within yourself, and the relationship with yourself, the intimacy with yourself, so you can actually say that my story is needed, my story is enough, my story is, whatever, who I am at my core needs to be seen. And that in itself brings up this bulletproof confidence that everybody's going to see from a mile away. And then the energy here was the Eight of Cups, of the seeker going to seek and seek and seek and find. But really, what you're seeking is you. Okay? In money, we did have challenges. All right? Unbearable situations. But these unbearable situations actually throw you right into the arms of God if you're open and you're allowing of it. And this is allowing spirit to guide right actions. Okay? This is also the release of burdens. And being able to trust your instincts after setbacks and mistakes. Being able to still go after your brilliant ideas, after those brilliant ideas could have left you in a pickle. So it's just that energy of you not giving up on yourself. It's still you charging through if you allow it to. If you're too afraid of your ego being wrong, or you're too afraid of your ego making a mistake, then this may not, it may be very, very challenging for you. But if you can muster it up and still put that face on and still go out there, which that's what it takes. That's the level of courage that it takes. Then you'll be able to see that something is happening for you, not to you. Okay. And last but not least, we do have the energy of abundance. Yay. The message from Spirit is the energy of abundance. And this is you asking God to allow you to feel fully deserving to receive. And I've never even heard the meaning of abundance simply put for me. I never even heard the meaning of abundance be explained in that type of way, of asking God to allow you to feel fully deserving to receive. It's a feeling. I know that abundance is a state of being, but it's a state of abundance, it's a state of, you have all of that. It's a state of feeling deserving to receive, not being open to receive. Do you deserve what you're receiving? Which means I feel like manifestation has a lot to do with what you feel you deserve. You get what you feel you deserve. So to have and it's not even audacity, but I'm going to call it audacity. But to have the audacity, because that's probably what it's going to feel for you, to feel like you deserve abundance, to feel like you deserve everything, to feel like you deserve all your needs to be met. That takes a certain level of abundance. That's sad to say. Like, I know when I was growing up, we wasn't born with that type of level of abundance. We was born with, stay humble, take enough, don't take too much. But it's like, in order for you to receive, in order for you to fully get your abundance, you have to feel like you deserve it all. So I feel like that's the message that we definitely need to work on as a whole. And it's just that feeling of fully deserving, like feeling like you're fully deserving to receive your desire. It's what you want. For some of you guys, you want these things, but you don't feel like you're deserving of it. And one of the things that I did get into, and it's crazy that the Emperor came out, but I was getting the energy of the Empress, and I was like, was really going to write a whole like Empress manifestation message on this energy. But it's just you right now of understanding that you can manifest what you want right now. Right now, whatever that looks like for you. But know that you're creating an empire, and know that you can create an empire. But the thing is do you feel like you're deserving of creating the empire? And if you don't feel like you're deserving of creating the empire, what would you need to do to feel deserving of creating that empire? Boom, and then you got it. All right. So that was the downloads that dang it, I be trying to do it before 10 minutes, but we got 11. But anyways, we're a little long-winded today. Got some extra rest because I've been extra sleepy. Like it's just been this underlying energy of like this underlying drainage that's been going on. Like I'll get rest. I'm not sure if I'm just tossing and turning through the night. I'm not sure if my sleep is like actually, but it's just been this energy of like restless, like really waking up tired. And I'm not that type of person. I wake up and I'm ready. I'm not that type of person. I'm not really, I wouldn't say a morning person. Well, no, actually, I did have somebody say like, yeah, you're a morning person. But I haven't been feeling like a morning person. And it's crazy. I've been doing like a lot of things at night. So maybe things are changing. Maybe the routine is changing up a bit. A lot of the things that I would do as my morning routine, or the things I would do like in the mornings, I'm doing it late at night, and I actually like it that way. So I don't know. Maybe things are just changing. All right. The affirmation of the day is I have power over my mind. I have power over my mind. It says, what steps do I take to redirect my thoughts when they descend into negative territory? What do you do? Let me move the lights over because, yep, it could be brighter. Perfect. Yeah, what do you do when your thoughts descend into negative territory? Do you pray? Do you say your affirmations? Do you meditate? Do you acknowledge those thoughts and get them out? What do you do? One of the things that I've been doing is praying. I've also been allowing. There's been this energy of just releasing control. My ego has been going through it. My ego has been going through it because my ego wants to control everything. I want to be right. I want to do this. I want to all of that. But I'm like, maybe I don't really have the energy to, and that could be a good thing. But I'm just like, whew. You know what? I'm not even going to. It's just been like, and if I could say, that's been a bit better for me. Not having to, I feel like my divine feminine energy has been really liking it, of not having to fight all the time, or not having to be right, or not having to control a bunch of things. All I just pay attention to myself, my body, my work, and friends, relationships, and that's it. And I'm just in that nice loving bubble instead of trying to control everything. And I had been in that, I had a fight with control, just me being really 100% honest. I feel like a lot of Libras do have a fight with control because we are really good decision makers. So instead of, even though we go through our little balancing of the scales, but we are really, really good decision makers. And this is even like from as a child, like I've struggled with this, y'all. So even as like a child, like I would be in group projects and I would take over the project. And of course, the people who I was working with, like, they wanted to, like, they didn't want to do the work, so it was cool. But I was afraid of putting my grade in anyone else's hands. And I'm like, if I fail, I would rather be the one that makes me fail. I was afraid of even having you work together with me. I'm like, no, I'll do it. Or I'll do this, I'll do that. And so I notice now that I take on so much because trust of me trusting another person is going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to show up. They're going to do that. And instead of me getting into that uncomfortable state of trusting outside of myself, I'd rather just go ahead and muster it up and do it. If that sounds like you, you are home. But it's just this energy of just releasing control. And the download definitely resonated with me about, releasing control and getting out of that energy and trusting. And also releasing control with my relationships and being able to kind of be like open and authentic, because being open and authentic is saying like I don't have the capacity to do. I'm feeling really, really drained. I'm feeling really tired. Feeling exhausted, actually. I don't really have the capacity to show up in the way that I normally would show up. That's that's a core energy. So it's like getting back to the core of how you feel, getting back to that authenticity, which is the highest vibration of it, the highest vibration, which you manifest. But I feel like it's not even about you manifesting. It's about you just being where you're supposed to be. What's the energy of the day today? Feminine energy, behind the scenes action. Or is this doing? We got some of you guys, your solar plexus chakra, your third chakra is going to be highlighted. This is where you heal. It has the energy to heal you. All right. Where's the book? I need to see if this action card is the I'm pretty sure it's feminine energy instead of masculine energy, but let me just make sure before I go in, because I'm leaning towards feminine energy. But I know divine masculine came out. Okay, so this is outer work that still needs to be done. Again, this masculine energy. I was leaning towards divine feminine, but that masculine energy did come out in the download. So I was like, let me make sure. So this is masculine energy, outer work that needs to be done, not inner work. The inner work, you're doing really, really good on the inner work. So you could definitely like celebrate yourself small today, or just give yourself a pat on the back for doing good with your inner work. But there's outer things that needs to be done when it comes to this third chakra energy and healing. The third chakra energy has a lot to do with your life force, your life energy, your energy force. It almost represents like the sun energy. So it's like a vibrant, like a raising your vibration, raising your own energy. So there needs to be more work done outside of yourself to raise your vibration. For some of you guys, you can identify this with, there could be things outside of you that are lowering your vibration. Again, some of the things that I've talked about, lack of boundaries, trying to do a whole bunch of things, trying to control on a lot of things. So I feel like there's a need for you to, I like that energy. Since we were talking about abundance, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. It's one of my favorite verses in the Bible. But maybe you're still wanting. This came out right on time too. Maybe you're still wanting. Maybe you aren't in the energy of I have. You're still in the energy of I want. Yeah, maybe you're still wanting. 1737. That sounds like a code or something. But center of your life force. There's an increased enthusiasm that's going to be present. This is a great time for you to move towards the completion of your desires. This is a great time to raise your vibration. Your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, more purposeful manner. This angel is with you now, so go for it. Yeah. Feeling excitement for all that you do. Oh, so outward, there's need for you to feel excited for all, excitement for everything that it is that you do. If it was up to me. More excitement. It's like somebody, have you ever, remember when we used to listen to the radio and I forgot what they used to call and win, maybe money and things like that. And they would be like, you won. And the person would be like, oh yeah. And they're like, are you happy? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, you don't sound happy. So it's like, are you happy? Because you don't sound happy. And this could be a thing because sometimes I'm a little bit like real, I don't know what that is. I would just say, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. But I could be a little bit like nonchalant. Yeah, I could be a little nonchalant. Somebody is you could be a little too nonchalant about something, about a desire or about, it's like, are you happy? And you're like, yeah. You're like, well, you don't seem happy. You don't sound happy. Are you excited? You're like, yeah, I'm excited. You're like, you don't seem excited. That's what I'm getting, this energy. All right. Oh, we got an awakening coming towards you. And then we did say that this energy, your life force, there's a level of excitement or a vibration or energy of excitement that's coming towards you soon. So that's good energy. All right. Your self energy is share your voice. Come out the cave, expression, persecution. Coming out of the cave and sharing your voice. To piggyback with the energy of the download, this had a lot to do with your relationship, opening up your relationship with God, allowing God in your relationships. And also for some of you guys, I've been getting that energy a lot, but for some of you guys, the pain that you've been through, it needs sound. It needs some type of sound. It needs to, what does it sound like? What does it feel like? What does it look like? What is it? Instead of it staying, for some of you guys, it's still inside of you and it's like fully releasing it. And this could come out in a very creative way. And I feel like you could be a bit afraid of releasing this pain creatively. But it needs to come out. And this helps the relationship with you. It builds confidence. It builds self-love. It builds a connection with spirit. It is a spiritual connection. And it is a relationship with yourself. The spiritual connection and the relationship with yourself is one and the same. In love relationships, this is actually right on topic with the don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light? You're not sharing your story. That's how you're dimming your light. That's why you may not feel like yourself, or you may not feel as vibrant or as shiny as you would. Because normally you would have the courage to share your heart story, to share who you are at your core, to be who you are at your core. But it just seems like rejection could have made you put yourself in a box, and you may be looking at yourself like, I don't even know who I am anymore. It's conforming. And I feel like we all go through that. And a lot of it comes from Some people call this the witch's wound or the persecution wound. And that came out right there. Being afraid of being persecuted, being afraid of being alienated, being afraid of some of you guys went through this by sharing, all you were doing was sharing your heart story, and you actually got either humiliated, alienated, persecuted for it. So it's just that energy of you're coming to this point right now where you have to do that big one, which is kind of break those barriers and kind of like still share yourself and realize how vibrant your light, because what you're looking for is you. You're not looking for a safe, you're looking for you, because you turned your light off because you're getting persecuted. You're like, oh, let me turn this thing off. I can't take anymore. And sometimes we do go through those moments of being dim, and we go through those moments of being lit. So now it's time for you to light yourself back up. We do have the initiation that's coming through in money, and there's a challenge that's giving you the rite of passage. For some of you guys, in order for you to desire or get what it is that you desire in money, career, business, and finances, you must go through this challenge. That is the initiation. It's about you getting through something. It's about you being open. And it's also about you charging through this challenge with your head up, or just getting yourself through it. So that's that. The energy with the message from Spirit, we do have protection, calling your power back, cutting the cords, soul revival. There is something that's holding on to you that's making you feel like you're not deserving of abundance in your life. And your soul has been trying to get you to release this. Now, this could be a story. This could be a feeling. This could have a lot to do with the persecution wound. This could have a lot to do with humiliation that you receive. This could have a lot to do with the alienation that you receive. There's something that is holding on to you that you need to cut cords with. And I don't feel like that this is a person. I feel like this is like bigger than a person. So this could be a story that you've been telling yourself, a feeling, a hurt, a sorrow, or some type of grief that you've been through that could be telling yourself you're not deserving of your desires. So in the same point, it's like you manifesting so much is kind of not getting you anywhere because you don't even feel like you deserve the manifestation. You may feel like everyone else deserves it but you. And we need to get down to the root of why you feel that way about your desires. All right, so let's get into it. I want to go into these cards. I normally don't go into these cards, but I want to for some reason. Tell me more about Share Your Voice. A home matter. Clear your energy. The more you hold on to it, the more you're holding on to it. The more you hold on to it, the more it's stinking up or dirtying up your energy. The hurt, the sorrow. There's something that's happening at home that you just need to express. Eight of Swords energy. You're holding it all in. There's a need for you to let it out. Let it out. Let that fire burn. Let it out so you can sleep peacefully again. So you can clear your energy. There may be something that you may need to write about. This could be a home matter. This could also be, look, it's coming up, a work matter. There's a home matter that's getting in the way of a work matter of where you belong. And that just reminded me of the overall download, is that like you're in the right place at the right time. Tell me more about don't dim to fit in. All right, we have stirring the pot and we have short hair. Someone could be stirring the pot here within a relationship. Someone could have short hair or a short haircut. Someone is trying to make you feel like you don't have, or it's just been this energy. Somebody has been trying to make you feel like you don't have something, or you're not deserving of something. Where did that ash come from? Yeah, you're not deserving of something. This person could have short hair. You could have short hair. This could be the reason why you dim your light. We got the Four of Cups. This is the journeyer looking at what didn't work out for them. It's like you're lost. You could be lost trying to find yourself in a relationship, but really you could be trying to find yourself in a relationship with yourself. Also, there's a person who may look a little bit sinister to you, but they actually have a gift. You may look, it may look like a person, like you can't trust the person, but you actually can trust the person, or there's a gift. This is nice energy here to go from the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands in this card is like, I'm done. It's like the last shift or the last load. And it's like, I'm putting these things down, and now you can be your Empress self. So I feel like that energy is like going on this journey could have broken you down spiritually. And that could be part of the exhaustion that I could be feeling too. It's also giving like spiritual exhaustion, not like necessarily like physical exhaustion. But it's just like something has broken you down spiritually, and you're finally now ready to put down the load or drop the burden so you can come back to your Empress self. It's like you're not going to hold on to this any longer. So whatever it is that's stopping you from telling your story. There's also a person who you may need to show a little coldness to, because they could be stirring the pot, or they can definitely be kind of like planting seeds in your head. Or sometimes people don't like you to show your light, so they can try to dim your light around you. They do certain little things that they know that's going to make you kind of like dim your light, to be a manipulator and a narcissist. Tell me more about the initiation, the crossing. All right. Their criticism stems from an insecurity. It's envy or it's jealousy. In career, money, finances, an unbearable situation. There's something that's like you can't deal, but charging through anyway. Not letting the person's criticism stop you. Not letting what someone say. Like, be mindful of those people who are extra judgy or extra, critical of your like career and things like that. Or they can be trying to be mindful of a person trying to plant little seeds, but still charging through, still being able to charge through. You may need to cut the cords from a person. All right. We do have the sun energy. This is this energy of you kind of reaching. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, and this light is huge. So it's like the tunnel's not dark. It's huge. It's being lit up. And also I'm getting like you're going to possibly see somebody for who they are, or kind of like see someone's true colors today. Maybe in the next couple of days. I'm also getting like there's criticism. Welcome to criticism, or be open to some type of criticism, but don't allow it to stop you. Whether this could be a critical boss. I'm also getting like persecution. I just seen the hangman. Just seen the hangman. I pulled it out again. Perfectly. There's something that you are being alienated because of when it comes to career, or when it comes to something that you want to express, or something that you're fearing here. There's a need for you to be open and welcome of a person's criticism based off how you want to express your pain, your grief, your sadness, your sorrow, because it has to come out of you. It just has to. Tell me more about protection, calling your power back, and cutting the cords. Tasty. Something's about to taste really, really good. You're strong enough for something. This is real love. Growing pains are real. Somebody is watching you grow. This could be an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but Aquarius did come up. This could just be an Aquarius season, which is coming to a close. The growing pains. For some of you guys, this is what Aquarius season was about. Maybe I may start doing seasonal readings. See what Pisces season is about, or, you know, seasoning. Not seasonings. Seasonal readings. And then it's tasty seasonings. All right, so for some of you guys, the growth has added a little bit of extra seasoning on you. I'm gonna go with the download. I'm gonna go with it. Something was bland at first. There was something that you had to grow through and actually to give you a little bit more seasoning. This could also be, since the spiritual message is about you feeling absolutely deserving of your desires, of receiving your desires, like it should come to you. This kind of put extra on it. So I'm getting like, for some of you guys, you thought you wanted that, but it's about to multiply. Because now you have deserving. Now you feel deserving. I feel like if you have struggled with deserving, you should definitely do a lot of like root chakra exercises. You should definitely say like, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve. We got the Fool card running right off the cliff. You're taking a leap of faith. We have you kind of like not dangerously courageous, but I'm just thinking about like stay dangerous, stay creative, stay this fiery energy. It's like you're taking this huge leap of faith doing something. I'm also getting like this huge level of vulnerability, which has been over this reading because it takes a lot of vulnerability to be authentic. Authenticity and vulnerability is one and the same. So it's just that energy of you getting back to yourself, and maybe naturally you are a very vulnerable person. Tell me more about the star seed. It's taking a leap of faith. The huge leap, a big leap, a tasty leap. All right, do some shadow work to see what lights you up. You've been holding it in. This is lighting you. So some of you guys need to do some deep questions. Ask yourself some deep questions. In order to see what's been triggering you. Sometimes you won't know until you ask the question. All right. What are you protecting? There's also a need for you to create better boundaries. There's also a need for you to protect yourself more. I'm also getting like there's a return that's happening, like a return to yourself, a return somewhere. And the moment that you return somewhere, you'll have like better boundaries. This has a lot to do with you coming out of this space of this heartbreak, this sorrow, which was in this energy of like the self energy. So coming out of this space of heartbreak, sorrow, sadness, and then coming into this space of joy, contentment. There's a reason why you're feeling this sadness, heartbreak, grief, that type of energy. But there's a need for you to get out of it, and you can get yourself out of it with doing some shadow work today. Changing your perspective today. Or you may see something completely different. Tell me more about no. There's something you need to say no to, or something needs to be postponed or wait, or maybe this could have a lot to do with a delay. We got got the blessing bag on top. More supporters, more love. Something is being delayed because you're going to get more of something. If you wanted something quick, you wouldn't have more. I'm getting like something is a slow meal, a slow cooker. It's just this energy of it's going to take slow. It's going to take longer. And you may have to wait longer, but it's just this energy of you're getting exactly what it is that you want. This can have a lot to do with love. This also, the Lover's card has a lot to do with desire. And the desire is definitely coming towards you, but it just may. And even though in the midst of a delay, like it's like when people are going through a delay, do they like hang their head down and wait? And then when something shines, then you come up and shine. I guess that'd be easy to do. But it's like even in the midst of a delay, still charge, like still kind of like charge through with your ideas and things like that. And don't like, I'm getting like, don't walk with your head down type of energy. All right. There's also an awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah. Feeling like you deserve, not wanting. All right, we do have a little gut, thick eyebrows. Can't even think straight right now. Empress got him going crazy. Good, no mind-blowing sex. Okay. Somebody could be having awakening sex. I'm also getting like something could definitely blow your mind. Also, there could be like a pregnancy or something. There's also this gut feeling that awakens you. Yeah. We do have this energy of something spiritual. So this could be some type of inspiration. I'm getting like something starts off on a real creative tip. So you may go into something to like just create, and it upgrades you. It awakens. It awakens a part of you that's been asleep. So it's going to feel like it's a whole new you or a new you coming into being. But it's just this part of you that has been awakened. Someone could also be awakening this part. I'm also getting like in a place you change states. There's a change of state. And this is a state of mind. At first, you could have put yourself in a negative predicament with a lot of negativity around people who are negative. Just a whole bunch of negative energy. Then you put yourself in a place of peace, a place of pleasure. So it's like that energy of you going from a place of something being hard or being wrong or being, you put yourself in a place of a state of pleasure. So I'm getting like you're moving to a new state of pleasure. Okay. And some type of negative mindset or something is going to be unconsciously wiped out. But this kind of like something else takes your attention where you unconsciously let go of a negative belief. It's like something takes your attention for the round amount of time for spirit to work and let it, to release it from you, because you could be holding on so tight. And once, like if you know anything about muscles, yoga, stretching, things like that, we hold on to things so tight that when you go to do yoga and they say release that muscle or release this, it's kind of hard to release because all you know is holding on to it. So I feel like you unconsciously let something go to hold something else for long enough for spirit to kind of remove that from you. All right, so I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.